Gentlemen, we have returned back to the ASL Prime League. This is the round of 8 playoffs. I am Tempo, joined by Ender Sword. What's up, son?
Oh, not too much. We finally beat BattleNet that was trying to prevent us from playing this game, but we're here. We're here.
Would you like to have the honors of introducing our first player?
Well, let's go for this blue guy down here in the bottom left-hand side of the map. He is representing Team IVD and carrying the tag Schloopy, but you all know him better as...
puCK! I have no idea what it means or where it comes from, but this guy representing Team Root for Root, going by his actual name. I see this was given to him at birth. It is a red player, Chad Mother Effin' Jones. Minigun. He just wasn't able to put Chad Mother Effin' Jones in as a StarCraft tag. So he decided to just put his real name, Minigun, instead.
Exactly. Also his weapon of choice.
Yep.
People were debating what was more devastating, a minigun or pucks being shot at you. I don't know. I'm a goalie
I've never
myself.
had either. Oh, yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Have you never played like street hockey or anything?
Yeah, but we use like a ball.
Oh, a ball? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See
so
here, have you ever seen
very fast speeds?
Have you ever seen like the roller pucks? It's a puck, but it has 3 ball bearings in it. So it goes along the ground. They get stuck or like suck a lot, but it's still better than a ball.
Okay.
Like, in a lot of cases, they're kind of cool.
Even on like concrete.
It depends. The bumpier the surface, the worse it works, because it will jump up and down and it'll just start rolling anyway.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter, but yeah. But on a smooth surface, they're cool.
Right. Well, Sir puCK is hoping to roll over his opponent here.
Yeah.
Like some concrete, but both play pretty solid PvP, I would say. Minigun is more so the type that will be a lot more vocal about his dislike of the matchup.
Yeah.
He's said it before that PvP is every Protost's worst matchup. Like, he's just like, I don't know if everyone feels that way.
No, puCK didn't get that memo.
Not at all.
Nope. Yeah, it's not his worst matchup. If anything, it is his best.
I think it is.
Yeah, and he's got this probe up here in the top right-hand corner of the map that's potentially going to do something tricky. A little later on, he is slightly later with his own Nexus and going for a Stargate at home.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is really one of his strongest, if not his.
It's like right under 70%.
Yeah, which is just crazy high, particularly at his level of play. Yeah, he's a
I don't know.
to watch. Yeah.
To have such a grasp on the matchup just means usually that you have a solid strategy. I mean, that most likely you know how to transition out of every one of your openers that you do. Because a lot of people, say in lower leagues, will kind of use one strategy and hope that it works. You know, like, I'm going to go DTs this time, and then not really know how to transition depending on how their opponent does react.
Yeah.
To know that. A very wide arsenal of Protoss openers.
Yeah, there is a lot you can do, and it is how you transition out. And part of a mirror match, I feel like every mirror match is kind of like this, but it's really true in PvP, is knowing when to cut corners exactly, like knowing when you can afford to. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with that.
He's thinking he's
something is horribly wrong with
it. Yeah. He's probably making me laugh. He has a Contagious laugh.
No. Something. But yeah, knowing when you can, like, you have to get this to defend against this thing, but knowing exactly when you can skip it
Yep.
is what gets you ahead. Like, not building that sentry, not getting that mothership core, or something like that.
Yeah.
So Phoenix will come in here now, trying to get
Ooh.
one kill. Oh my God, losing
Gonna lose
his
one.
first Phoenix. Yeah, that's actually pretty big that early.
Yeah, I don't think he expected those stalkers to be there, but the fact that he stopped the Phoenix before it was actually out of, well, it was not safe. You know, he thought it might have been in a safe range, but it did get taken out. And the problem there too is that did he really get any scouting info? He might have done it with the
Yeah, not
hallucinated.
a lot. He will swing in, or at least was thinking of swinging in again with these two on the bottom. But there is a lot in place.
Yeah. All right. Well, Robo Facility is going to be his tech choice out of there, and he's still making a lot of Phoenixes, which is pretty interesting. You know, he's getting that control of the skies, but Minigun doesn't really care about the skies right now. He's going to go right into Robotics Bay, and he's setting up pretty well for it. You know, with the, of course, the Twilight Council to continue his upgrades. Maybe even add in some charge later.
Definitely true there. I muted for a second. This guy's still friggin' ridiculous.
He's dying.
Behind me. I don't know what's going on exactly. But yeah, he is getting up to the robotics bay here as well. He's got actually very few units and so on, but he's getting enough done with the Phoenixes that he knows this army's going to stay home for a minigun, so he doesn't really need to defend, and he can afford to counterattack. Really? You talk. You talk.
I'm sorry. I'm intrigued. But yeah, guys, +2 on the way here from Minigun, and his Colossus are a lot earlier than that of puCK's at the moment. Although I don't believe, did he even make one? No, he hasn't started his Colossus production, but his robotics bay has been completed. But he decided to go for an immortal. His Phoenixes though are gonna be watching Minigun right now, and he may even go on in and take out that sentry. But don't lose that. Even getting a probe too. Definitely don't want to lose that. Those Phoenixes, as he has already lost one. Yeah. Phoenixes will of course help against the Colossus, but I think they help a lot too with killing that mothership core while he's moving out.
Yeah, the mothership core and just picking up things like the immortals and everything like that, reducing the overall damage, getting the other probe there. Both players now operating off of 2 robotics facilities to double pump out this Colossus.
Mm-hmm.
But we've got Minigun obviously trying to take his third base first. The really patient, the most patient probe in the world, still up on the top left-hand side, or the right-hand side of the map.
Yeah. I wonder if he'll come into play. I mean, Nimbus is a great map for these kind of macro games, but this has been a relatively passive PvP as far as openers go. You know, puCK going in with that Stargate opener didn't really get too aggressive with them, although he did lose the first one, but Minigun is secured, and he's not allowing himself to take too much damage from the Phoenixes. And he, you know, he didn't go with like some kind of crazy Blink opener or DTs or Stargate of his own with an Oracle or something. He just kind of went right into Robo, and that's his plan. Make a lot of Colossus off of 3 base.
Yeah, that does look to be the plan there. puCK is chroning out +2 weapons there. Thermal Lance is just about done for him. And of course, just scouting. Yeah.
Picking off what he can. And I think this is really important for these Phoenixes. I mean, just being able to see the production, see what the type of transition if Minigun decides to. Well, Minigun is kind of playing more in the dark, although he will send out a hallucinated Phoenix every once in a while. But losing those sentries to the Phoenixes is going to kind of limit his scouting if he's not careful. He has 1 left.
Yeah, exactly. You want those free units to go and get a sense of what is, in fact, going on. His core army here, despite having Colossus with it, isn't that big. You know, there's just not a lot of actual gateway units with the entire thing. There's some still spread out defending against the Phoenixes themselves, as they have to be, but yeah, there's not a whole lot with it. But he is, his Dark Shrine did just finish, so he could move into well, both Dark Templar, obviously, but add Archons into the mix there as well.
Yeah, be much more valuable in that late game.
Yeah.
And it was scouted by puCK. puCK has been using these Phoenixes as
Yeah.
hallucinated ones usually are used. But this is interesting. Gravitic Drive, is that the Observer one or the... I think it's the Warp Prism one?
Gravitic Drive.
Drive is
I
the
forget
Warp
now.
Prism,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and
the
it's
boosters are
the-
Observers.
Yeah.
All right. So Charge coming out here. puCK going to be using High Templar to make his Archons, rather. May even save one in order to get that feedback, but I feel like he's just going to use his Phoenixes to deal with the Mothership Core. You won't typically see Psystorm too much in this matchup,
No.
but a lot of there's some Koreans, especially that really like to do the drop High Templar in the mineral line, keep a High Templar in a Warp Prism maybe to drop it in front of the army to feed back the Mothership Core.
Yeah,
you
definitely
typically
the
don't use it too
feedbacks
much.
really come into play.
Yeah.
I mean, that can be one of the strongest things to take away their time warps, or obviously photon overcharge, but usually a time warp in this type of fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get Minigun trying to take the fourth base here. It's just out of range of a Shloopy and
Ooh.
his pylon.
Is that the patient probe? Yeah, the
That
patient
is the
probe.
patient probe. He put
Slowly
one back where
creeping.
he was, and he crept over. He's got this. And there's also a single zealot next to a pylon over on the other side of the map, the bottom of the map.
Yeah.
And Sloopy's going to try and take that base and run into Mr. Zealot just standing
Yeah.
there.
He's definitely not a friend. Not a fan of this blue color, He's just
No.
like, nope.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 shots.
Take him
with that
down.
+3 upgrade, huh?
Takes him down. Yeah. Yeah, definitely will cut through you quite quickly there. Both players just sticking with this kind of Colossus Archon High Templar army. We don't, despite the Stargate for Sloopy, no transition into, say, Tempest or anything like that just yet.
Well,
And,
yeah, see, puCK going to be using his Phoenixes so actively,
Yeah.
not going to allow him to get dropped at all. And I feel like these two, puCK and Minigun have probably played against each other so much that
Oh, yeah.
what we're watching right
All
now
the time.
is just, who's going to come at who first, or with the map being Nimbus first, it really gives them a chance to, not set the pace of the series. Like they'll play each other, and this is going to be kind of like what we saw with Minigun versus QXC, where it really wasn't. Okay, I'm just gonna start out the series with like a proxy 2-gate, and then
Yeah.
go ahead and see how you feel, and play off of your nerves. They just play each other so often that they feel like they're evenly matched and able to take it to the late game.
Yeah, Sloopy here. Nice feedbacks there on the
Oh.
Phoenixes, and that's the example
Wow.
where you're talking about the importance of
Wow.
that ability. He could have lost the Warp Prism there completely, and instead it went the other way.
It's like a bait,
In-
right? It's a
Yeah,
bait.
exactly.
Come on.
In the meantime, we had Minigun's drop cleaned up by this Dark Templar from puCK.
Yep. And puCK's fourth has been delayed so long by
Yeah.
these DTs.
It's still being like that pylon is still there. He still gets the 3 DTs in, which are, if they wanted to, could just overrun it, but it will eventually get up as he will take the pylon out.
Yep.
Still a probe on that side of the map, but no other pylon yet.
Oh, well, puCK is moving on out. Gonna be doing the first army aggression. As he did lose his Phoenix, he's trying to get some revenge for it and says, hey, man, I was messed up, and you have a fourth. And if he's able to sit here and mine off of this fourth, and Minigun will, of course, eventually get a lot more ahead economically, but here comes the fight. Positioning is a little bit awkward, of course, because Minigun wants to protect his fourth, but...
Yeah,
wants
this
to-
looks very much in puCK's favor right now, the actual concave here.
Yeah.
He's going to make him come through a bit of a choke to get into it.
He does not want to go there, though.
Going off. Yeah, it's these Immortals looked really strong, but they're just kind of evaporating down the middle here. I'd say Sloopy has the better arc, but Immortals are starting to kind of charge forward.
Yeah, they are.
And you will drive it back, but this is more that puCK would be fighting kind of on his face with the most expensive units, and he doesn't want to trade those for the Zealots. So he probably could have finished out that Nexus, but prudent move to get out there before he loses the really expensive stuff and move back in to try and poke at it again.
All right, and here's something that Minigun was definitely known for, especially in Wings of Liberty, that double immortal drop, moving around the map. As he does try to get a little bit of damage done at the third of puCK, while puCK is actually moving down to finish that Nexus. There he gets it.
Yeah, snipes it off. Huge warp in.
Oh my god.
Coming actually for both players here. It's hard to tell who's who, but Miniguns is definitely bigger, and he's going to snipe that base as well.
Saves the immortals.
Trying to pick up there. And the army actually just rushing on back home to try and deal with this whole thing.
Yep. Well, I'm really liking Minigun's position. The fact that he was able to mine from that fourth for so long, yeah, it just went down. But if you look at the bank, it allows Minigun to do a lot of these multi-pronged Zealot warp-ins, because it's the minerals that he has a lot of. The gas is always a limiting factor. But you don't want to just have a full maxed out army, because then you can't warp in to defend, and you also can't warp in to be aggressive either.
Totally true there, and the one that puCK has to move to the base obviously did not have its gases up and running, so even though he'll be able to salvage the mineral income, that gas was missing for that period of time.
Well, puCK needs anything he can get right now. He's looking pretty broke at the moment compared to his opponent, but both players upgrades +3, I believe. Yeah, one shield.
One for shields for the Archons, which makes sense. I mean, really for everything, but since you do have the Archons, they benefit the most from that.
Yeah, I guess.
Big warp in here at the main. Oh, it takes out one of the robo facilities, going directly after the second one here with the Immortals. And if he takes those out, those are huge. Both of them are gone, even resetting the robotics bay here in just a second. And that
oh my god.
Well, that is absolutely huge. The puCK basically can no longer rebuild this army for quite some time.
And not even only because of being not able to make Colossus, but Minigun has been utilizing these Dark Templar pretty much the whole game too. So if he's able to snipe the Observer in any engagement, he can warp in a bunch of DTs. He's already warping in some now, but I think they're for Archons. He's just keeping them in the... Okay. I feel like if he's able to snipe the Observers, it's going to be huge, especially because puCK is moving on in at the moment. But does Minigun even have an Observer here?
Oh, puCK is getting the fight that he wants there, but the recall kind of denies that of him. But he caught 3 Archons just morphing in right in front of him. He caught a position that was trying to go up, but Minigun's still harassing in the main. Yeah.
There's some cannons here that we'll be able to see these. Oh no, those are puCKs just to defend. But oh my god, puCK moving on to the other base again, 4th base. A lot of Archons, but there's not a lot of surface area, so he needs to really spread his army out in order to maximize the effectiveness of them, and it looks like he's going to, using even some of them on the mineral line. And if puCK targets those down, he could have actually killed a lot of probes, but oh my god, are the probes getting pulled off the line? Is puCK going to be able to take this? He has his supply lead right now.
Yeah, he is just pounding through here. There's only these Colossus left, but same can be said for the other side, and puCK does not have the ability to reinforce this. Look at how far away his pylon is. He's going to have to bring in Archons back there. Still a pretty good engagement. Took the army supply lead back and did get a lot of probe kills.
So many probe kills.
So many probe kills. There's only 23 left for Minigun, and as he realizes that...
These 2 players, and our first one, he's up 1 game, spawning in the bottom right corner, representing IVD Gaming. It is the Teal, a Protoss player. puCK!
And up in the top left-hand corner, representing Team Root, it is Chad, also known as
Minigun. Woo. And the ladies will go crazy.
Won't they just though?
Can barely contain themselves. But double gas opener from both.
Patreon.com.
But we see the 2 in each for a bit, and then the 3 though for at least puCK. Yeah, both players kind of opening similarly. Can't really tell the difference until, of course, that cybernetic score has completed.
Yeah, yeah. What they're going to end up doing.
Yeah.
Don't have a scout out yet for puCK. Also, no probe out hiding or anything.
Sorry, I looked over at chat and saw that. I saw someone. Shout out to Ploguidice, of course. He said that he high-fived every time Scarlet won. I remember now, yeah. What's up, man?
Nice.
But, hey, yeah. Here we go, though. There's a little bit of a difference, right? We see puCK going for that sentry first, as opposed to any type of tech. Mothership core, is he just going to try to open up safe? Maybe a quicker expansion?
There comes the Twilight Council behind. So, yeah, that's a strong indicator of something going on there. So, most likely Blink.
I like it. Because, of course, Minigun did pick the map.
Yeah.
And he may be telling puCK that he does want to play a macro game, especially after the last game. Although he did lose, it was a very close game between them two. But it looks like Minigun is going to go set the pace with this game, as he does drop that Twilight. And only time will tell if it's going to be for that Blink or is it going to be the DTs. And yeah, it looks like it is going to be the DTs.
There you go.
And you know what? Against a very, very quick Nexus here without any tech from puCK, I feel like Robo should be the next choice, but no, it's going to be Stargate. And if he opens Phoenixes, he's going to be in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, definitely. They don't see invisible things. You'll have the option to make an oracle after that, but really only if he knows, and it may well be too late by them. Minigun is actually starting Blink there as well.
Yeah. This is smart here from puCK.
Yeah, we do have a patient probe yet again. Up top.
Opening up with those sentries very early gives him the time to scout now. And he wants to make sure that he's safe. He needs to be safe from a multitude of things, depending on what his opponent is doing. Because he's going to be going for that really early base. And, you know, 3-gate pressure can be really deadly. Of course, like oracles can be quite annoying to deal with, too. And right now he's going to get the first information, and it's very important that he does see this. So, puCK, stopping right in front of that Dark Shrine. He's probably going to stick around waiting for it to finish. Oh, I don't know why he does fly away, but...
Yeah, the Oracle is almost out on the map, about 10 seconds, and it's basically it'll be out there before anything ever comes in. One DT is warped in with 2 Stalkers, so he's not overly committing to this as part of the attack, but it will make the Oracle be defensive and used for detection, as opposed to going on the offensive. So it's still a bit of a pickup, or at least a cancel out on those.
And such patience here by puCK. Didn't put down that photon overcharge. He feels like it's really not that big of a threat just yet. He wants to get that DT, but he is really playing it patiently, and he feels like he doesn't even need it. Nice trap. So yeah, if he holds it without a photon overcharge, that's actually pretty big.
Yeah, it really is a huge move to be able to do that, and I think he will here. Does use it. Will drive back. Doesn't pick up one of those Stalkers.
Well, the pylon is so far away. The reinforcing one for Minigun. He's going to go ahead and go into an expansion of his own, but puCK playing so safe right now as he is going to be transitioning into the Robo. Already getting an Immortal out. And yeah, it's going to be pretty difficult to deal with, you know. Oh my god. Oh, you just like...
yeah, comes in. Yeah, so Blink's back. The 2 Oracles are, of course, making a beeline over for Minigun's base. Mothership Core is obviously over there with maxed energy on it, so he will be able to photon overcharge, but 2 Oracles could still just wreck your face before this really takes effect, and he's going to go after the individual probes here, getting a lot of kills, 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Another
one didn't get any.
Still alive, yeah.
Yeah, the one that died was like the kill-stealing Oracle, just like... Oh.
Yeah, they both fired at the same time. He got all the credit.
Yep.
This guy will get that one at the expansion.
Well, supply lead is very heavily in puCK's favor. He's already on Immortal Tech. These Blink Stalkers are not going to be too useful, but maybe they can get a little bit done, but I just don't really see it with this kind of equal Stalker count. Well, at least that's right here. 1, 2, well... I guess not completely equal, but the ones that are on the map. And I feel like he has a few at home. But I mean, despite the fact that Minigun got his base so much later, he's only down by 4 probes. It's just that time that he was mining so much more. The army value is a little bit in the favor of puCK, of course. But they're both going to be transitioning into that robo.
Yeah, definitely. It's just the lead on that is certainly in puCK's favor. And really the money spent on the blink. Yeah, it's always
Oracle
useful.
getting 8 more kills. Whoa.
Nice.
That's pretty big. That's actually huge.
That is a huge pickup. That definitely made them well worth their money to go in for that second hit. And now the probe lead, obviously, much more prohibitive. 10 that he is behind.
I find it funny that the double Oracle hit squad did less damage than the single one.
Yeah, single one can be sneakier.
Yeah.
The first one was just mad that the other guy kept stealing his kills. Went back to prove himself.
Yeah. Oh, whoa. puCK got to be a little bit careful there. These stalkers do have the blink. The immortals are actually segmented away from them. I'm wondering what puCK...
Yeah, what exactly?
Maybe baiting it, but it's not like he has blink and can like chase him.
Yeah, not
trying to sandwich him.
What he's doing here? Yeah, they're trying to blink. I think that may be the case. Forcing the blink forward so that now he can't blink out.
Yeah.
But it's still too, like, by the time he got there, he could. But picked up a couple. That's fine.
Yeah, I think he was trying to do that, bait him into that third.
Yeah.
And then just go forward from behind so that if he did try to blink back, he would have got caught by those 2 immortals, which would have been doing a lot of damage, but not actually going to be too big of a deal. You know, Minigun gets away with a lot of his stalkers, and he's going into Robo. Like, look at them both getting the Colossus around the same time.
Yeah.
And I love how they don't rush right into it, but they do get the immortal count up a little bit beforehand, as immortals are incredibly effective against Colossus.
Yeah, they're that extra wave when you look at the way that Protoss armies are put together, it's all about, especially when you're going to deal with the Colossus thing, the little engagement here up at the Watchtower, but he's going to back off. But especially against Colossus, it's literally about which parts of your army are standing where. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be like your Zealots first, your Archons, your Stalkers, then your Immortals, then your Colossus. That's just kind of the way it works.
Yeah.
So having a strong wave there really does a lot more than it appears, because it's literally a physical layer to get through.
Yep. But these stalkers are trying to delay the third of puCK. If maybe not, they don't care. They're actually going to go right into the main. And there's a little bit of a ballsy move here from Minigun, but he's going to reconsider it and just blink on out of there. I think it's more so the fact that he has these blink stalkers, and he really just wants to get some value out of them, because they really haven't been able to do much.
Yeah, not a whole heck of a lot. Minigun has caught up a bit in the probe count. He's now only 5 behind, but the overall development, I think, is favoring puCK just a lot more. He's going to be taking his third now. This pylon will go down.
Yeah, about time. No more of that reinforcing, but I don't think we're going to be seeing too many more stalkers being made, as the immortal count is getting pretty high. And yeah, puCK is up to a lot. How many? He's at 5. Minigun stopped at 2. So I guess Deadwing is a little bit better as far as the engagements can go, because I feel like when we saw, well, depending on where they fight, right? If they fight in the middle of the map, as opposed to one of them trying to break the other, it'll be better in order to get those immortals spread out more.
Yeah.
We saw on Nimbus, especially when the Archons of Minigun weren't really able. I guess like the army of Minigun wasn't able to get in position, and puCK just had a way better concave. But puCK is just kind of chilling, you know. He's he didn't remake any oracles or anything. He hasn't used any war prisms to do any kind of harass. He just feels like he's been ahead, and he's just gonna max out before Minigun does.
And he's being safe with a lot of stuff. He's got that one patrolling Void Ray looking for, like, warp prisms or something. This little Stalker Strike Force comes in. There's 2 cannons down. They're going to get some probe kills. They can one-shot them, of course. Yep. Zealot's coming in, and I think this is finally just going to get completely cleaned up.
Yeah.
And he won't have to worry about this anymore, but
he just doesn't
making a last-ditch effort. I mean, that was not small. There 12 probes.
Yeah, not bad at
Go
all.
for that. That was a very effective one. Minigun now ahead by 16 workers on his
Yeah,
end of things.
how the
Um,
hell?
yeah, exactly.
That big
It
attack.
was quite a swing. I think we had puck just kind of not really building and then losing a bunch.
Yep. I
And
think the big thing there,
Minigun,
of course, is that Minigun realizes that those stalkers are not going to do anything in the battle.
yeah,
So if they do get to a maxed out stage, then you do not want those stalkers in there. But it's that point now where it's not necessarily maxed army versus maxed army. It's just kind of like, let's see what I can get done. And if I'm feeling good and if I ate my bowl of YOLOs today, I'm going to go ahead and just commit to it. But we're looking at a Colossus lead here for Minigun as he's been double producing them off of 2 robos. And geez.
yeah, comes in, baits out the overcharge. There is another one, of course, that he has energy for. So it takes a while to actually clear those out.
Whew.
But gets an idea of what is in Minigun's army. The other thing, Minigun does have an attack upgrade advantage. He's at +2 compared to the +1 of puCK. And Minigun actually going for +3 as well with out +2 even started.
Yeah, in this
But
position
finding
of
an
puck.
angle here, yeah, to come in and start to poke at least.
Yeah, and I feel like he could do a lot there. Minigun putting down those pylons. Yeah, to make the zealots are not going to be as effective though, so maybe he does do it intentionally.
Yeah, he wants to force some sort of bad angle.
Ooh,
I
feedback
don't know-
on that mothership.
Don't know if this is it. Don't know if this is the angle he's really looking for. I don't think it is.
No.
Minigun definitely is a lot stronger here. puCK is not backing out at this point. I think he's going to potentially lose his whole army here.
I think he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Minigun gonna go ahead and push puck back, despite being behind. We saw that Stalker
Yeah.
dive bomb was able to actually get him economically ahead, and now he's the one that is he's fully ahead. You know, you look at his army supply. Look at
Yeah, that secured it. The way that the Zealots came in behind the mineral line there and swung out, they were just melted immediately, and it wasn't the angle that puCK was trying to maneuver himself into. He is going for the Dark Shrine behind this because he is behind, and that rhymes.
it does rhyme, and rhyme actually
Yeah.
rhymes with behind and shrine.
Exactly. +3 will finish in, I guess it's deceptively long, but it will probably finish before actual attack from Minigun happens. He's likely waiting for that, and that'll put him 2 ahead on
Yeah, the fact that he took that
upgrades there.
fourth immediately after that,
Yeah.
just playing that patient game. And you know what? That Stalker attack, that is when puCK decided to move on out because he was just like, well, I better make something happen. And the fact that Minigun defended it so well is so much better for him just because of the fact that he was able to get ahead economically and then defend. And now he doesn't have to worry about, puCK coming in with anything. Deadwing is a great map for defending multiple spots quite easily. I guess the main is a little bit more difficult to get to if you get boxed in.
Yeah,
I mean-
for sure. He's trying to poke at that gas on the far corner. I think trying to potentially bait him down the ramp,
Yeah.
which he likely doesn't want to be doing at the moment.
No.
Just too many Colossus here. And if
That is
they
a lot.
clump up, if they clump up at all, everything will just die.
And even in the main, we got a Zealot warp in
Yeah.
here from Minigun. He's just forcing the attention of puCK right now, killing that third base, and then saying, hey, if you go to the main, what is the puCK going to do to defend in his main? He's losing a lot of his
We're going to get
gateways.
the attempt at a Zealot flank, but Minigun does see it and backs up the the left side of his army.
Oh, this angle
gonna
for
come in
puCK,
for the
though. Oh,
engagement.
no. He does back out, though. But this is just maybe too much for Minigun. The Colossus count, they are able to all shoot at the same time, and there's just way too much here at the moment. This is crazy.
It's just a lot. The Archons are still alive. These Colossus will fall as they retreat here. One of them does die, and that's really all he's got. DTs, as a desperation move, were brought in, but the Observer is with it.
Corner of King Sejong Station, representing IVD Gaming. He is the blue Protoss. Keeps on switching his shade of blue, though.
Yeah.
That guy, named puCK.
And down here on the bottom right-hand side of the map, we have from Team Root, whose sponsors just faded away mysteriously. It is our red Protoss player, and he is...
Minigun. All right. King Sejong Station. This probe looking a little bit suspect, but
ASL.
I don't think he's going to be able to do anything too much. It just... I mean, actually, it's very suspect. If you look at here, his puck is already saturated as gas. While being only on 8... Excuse me. While only being on 8 probes on minerals. And the pylon, second pylon, is already going to be going out onto the map. So, Minigun going to just hope that... I mean, no, puck going to hope that he doesn't get scouted, but I mean, when you scout that there's not a second pylon here, not even really any attempt here to kind of hide the fact that he is proxying, you got to think to your head, you think in your head, something is up.
What's up? What up? And yeah, we'll see what his reaction is out of this. The mothership core is coming out, so that will be available. And the stalker as well is on his way, but that's pretty normal stuff anyway.
Yeah.
It's a matter of whether you can use that to defend with. And time will tell if this is... You could do an Oracle, you could do Void Race, whatever.
I mean, yeah.
And the response is different.
Very.
But given that his opponent knows, it would be kind of risky to do the Oracle, but that is...
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
That's usually... It's the one thing is you can play that part of the game where you just ignore the stalker and hope that it kills 7 things anyway.
Yep.
And you might lose it, but, you know...
he's going to go for it anyway.
Yeah. He's in there now. That will come out. And see if he can just target down enough probes to make it worthwhile. The mothership core had been moved out of range. It doesn't have enough for the overcharge yet. He's trying to target down. Yeah, individual probes, 6 kills, 7 kills.
Oh, not bad at all. Yeah. You were just saying that, right? 7.
Yeah, I just want to point out that is the number.
I was like, I was gonna point it out too. I was like, hey man, well played, well played.
Yeah, anyone that says I don't know what I'm talking about, you're right, but not in this case. So he does get that. Yeah, just with the overpower there. It still only puts you know, that little bit ahead. He's still only actually 4 probes ahead, because of course you spend money to do such a thing.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's still something. And with both players still on one base, Blink is on the way now for puCK.
Yeah, he's not committing anymore. And the fact that he scouted, I think when he went in with the Oracle, he scouted the Stargate there, so he was just like, well, there's going to be a Phoenix coming, so I might as well dive it, and it's not really going to do too much later. But he's going to go ahead and try it anyway. And I like the fact that puCK is going to be going for Blink Stalker because they do pretty damn well against Phoenixes, especially if you're not going to be trying to, you know, do the Phoenix battle. I've seen a lot of PvPs go into that where it's just both players going mass Phoenix.
Yeah. Yeah, that can be fun.
It gets pretty silly, though.
Yeah. I remember really early Wings when that was... Or not Wings, but
HOTS.
Really early HOTS when that was just everything.
Because everyone started with Proxy Oracle because they were like, well, this unit seems pretty cool.
Exactly. It was the thing to do because of exactly what we just saw, that you just get kills anyway. Even if they got you. Oh, nice. Oh,
damn.
Yeah, does get him.
He goes back like, where did my buddy go?
Yeah, that's pretty big to make that type of pickup. I mean, we saw that game 1 where puCK lost one of his first Phoenixes and how that really cuts into you. And it's even later in the game this time around, so... this Phoenix a little uncontested, but he'll get out.
Yeah, dude, 10 stalkers to 2 stalkers, right? And the Phoenix, I can help a little bit, but puCK is about to finish Blink, and the Immortal of Minigun. This is the first one that's coming out. When you have this many Blink stalkers, you actually can go in and pick off the Immortal if you really want to. So, luckily for Minigun, though, he does have enough for 2 photon.
He's gonna bring back the person that doesn't have enough for another photon overcharge is puCK, and this Oracle is going to swing in when that expires. Bring Forward does go after the Immortal here. If he can push him out and get a hand free, I think this Oracle will come in. It is on is way in now with the Phoenix. The Phoenix baited out that photon overcharge, and there's nothing in this mirror line.
Oh my god. Yeah, he's going to lose so many probes here.
Yeah,
so
now he does get the Robo Facility. puCK is doing really well on the other end of things. He's got an almost overwhelming number of Stalkers here, but the Oracle coming in at 6 kills, spreading around all 7, 8. Yeah, there comes the overcharge.
I mean, he came in right at 100 gas, or 100 energy.
Yeah.
But puCK still putting on a lot of pressure here. If Minigun's able to hold out. Oh no, he lost his robotics facility.
Yeah, he lost that. He's trying to get a Void Ray out instead, which can be really good, but against Blink, not as effective. Pulling probes here to try and do any bit of damage and hold off as he can.
Well, puCK is retaining all of his stock. Well, he loses one there.
It's important that a lot of them are very, very low.
Yeah.
One of them just died to a probe.
I know. I think that's actually a big deal because, yeah.
Void Ray in with the charge here. Oh my god, the Void Ray 12 hit points and is holding this out. Both of them are just decimated. Minigun only has 8 probes left to puCK's 11. Coming in here now, loses 1 extra Stalker, loses another.
Oh my god.
Minigun definitely at the disadvantage worker-wise, but actually has the army lead at the moment, and is able to drive that all back.
Yeah, and he can also a little bit of a defender's advantage if he decided to. But I mean, this Mothership core needs to be home to do that. I feel like that Void Ray surviving makes this so much scarier for puCK.
Yeah, the Void Ray is the core of this army, and it's so weak.
No, the Mothership core is.
Oh, the Mothership core. Sorry. The Void Ray is too, though. But yes, I know you. Okay, that's true as well.
But yeah, I mean, puCK is going to get pushed back. Even supply, but Minigun is down by 5 probes. But, oh my god, actually, puCK is just going to blink in. He said, you do this to me on Deadwing, I'll do it to you on King Sejong.
Yeah, just going to go after individual probes here. And everyone is a huge pickup. 4 of them do die. 19 probes now to 9.
Yep.
Individually blinking back. Wanted to see if he could get the Void Ray, but the shields have all regenerated.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, well, doubling the probe count is puCK. And it's so funny that it's this stage of the game and it doesn't even look like the mains are really going to be mining out, at least for puCK, because he did lose so many and it's been such a low econ game. So... Oh, you gotta be careful.
Void Ray getting low, Void Ray does go down, and almost everything gets away.
Yeah, this Stalker is really the only one. Is that probe gonna slip on by?
Yeah, looks like it. A little bit of a move command there. Yeah, Minigun does lose that.
Welcome back to the ASL Prime League Round of 8 playoffs. We are down to the wire, almost rather. We are on match point. If this player that is spawning in the bottom right portion of this map wins, he will advance to the round of 4 semis. He represents IVD, the blue Protoss.
puCK!
And his opponent over on the left-hand side of the map, right in the middle, no fucking corners for him. It is our red Protoss player trying to stay alive in this and win the next 2 games. It is...
Minigun!
Oh yeah. Root Gaming representative. And has been on it for quite a bit. It's almost like he used to be on Complexity, I believe, right? And
/ASL.
it feels like he's been on it forever, though. Now,
Pretty sure.
yeah, almost. You think Root? You think Minigun?
Yeah. I'll still get teams like that stuck in my head. I still think like MC is on OGS.
I know, right?
Something like there's things that just get stuck in your head, and that's one of them.
Well, actually, puCK used to be on Root as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, for I think twice. if I'm not mistaken. But I don't
Yeah.
know. I might be. But that was true with a few root players
Yeah.
that they were like on and off and on.
Like
Um,
Major.
yeah, Major. I think Destiny too
Yeah, true.
did that. Yeah, like I think a couple guys did that. But got pretty normal openings so far. Like no crazy proxies. Although we do have once again.
There's always one probe.
Yeah, this one I know someone's annoyed if I call him Schloopy, but I'm going to call this the Schloopy probe.
He definitely is.
This is puCK space, and this is Schloopy's probe.
Yeah.
That's the way it
See,
is.
this is a probe that actually is not controlled by puCK.
Yeah.
There's a third
similar
entity
like
here. Sloopy,
Exactly.
That all he has to do is control that probe all game, and when it dies, so does Sloopy.
That's it. He just GGs if it goes.
That's
But
gonna be
yeah, get the double Twilight.
proxy.
Double Twilight, but one is way ahead. Miniguns is finishing just now, and yeah, he will have his little awesome probe out. And
Chrono boosting out.
Blink gets started. Yeah. This is a pretty good map, obviously, for Blink. I mean,
Oh yeah.
just a cursory glance around the map is going to tell you that there's just tons of ledges and places to go with that. Stalker trying to chase out this mothership core to prevent him from getting too much information.
He didn't even get any. He didn't get the gateways or the Twilight. So
Yeah,
nice positioning there.
close enough there.
So that means that puCK is gonna have to play a little bit more defensive in the sense that he has no idea at all of what's going on, whether it's going to be DTs or not. But I think he's sending out a hallucinated Phoenix. Very nice move, of course, to go ahead and get that information that he couldn't get with the mothership core.
Check this coolness out. We got Minigun with that proxy pylon putting a Stargate over there.
What?
I know.
Wow. Okay, then.
So
That's actually really cool.
Yeah, I was just starting to think, like, where is his vision going to come from? Because he hasn't put the mothership core over yet. And I guess that's where, in order to do blinking, he is going to bring in 3 stalkers.
Wow. Has he scouted, though? He doesn't know what puCK is doing, so he's kind of just doing this
No.
on his own. I'm going to use it. Does he go into the mineral line and distract with the blink stalkers, or does he go and actually try to use it for blinking and also getting rid of that sentry for the force field? Ooh, he has choices, man. He has options.
Yeah, this is all pretty strange. The blink for puCK is nearing completion. He's going for the robo facility. Has enough, obviously, for a photon overcharge, and will be fairly close to second by the time that Oracle is out.
Yeah. All right.
I think
So
Minigun's the one being kind of defensive paranoid now, like scouting around for what's going to happen to him.
yeah, he had no idea.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is seems like some very paranoid play. The 2 zealots on the ramp there, in case it is DT.
Oracle's out, is going to swing in from the back here, the mothership core in place instantly, setting off the overcharge and doing a fair bit of hull damage.
Nice awareness though from puCK.
Yeah.
Not going to lose anything there at all.
Yeah, just like instant. He caught it right on the edge as it was coming in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Minigun did the same thing on Deadwing too, like this. So
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're all over it.
Yep. Especially at this stage of the game, I guess you kind of have to be, it's like glued to your minimap.
Yeah,
And,
you're just staring at it. And yeah, now puCK is the one being the aggressor here. He's gonna try and at least stop this natural from going down. He's not looking at his own just yet. And
No, that's a lot of stalkers though.
Yeah, he should get this cancel off. Yeah, it does.
Immortal's not even halfway done though, but nice move here from a Minigun. Gonna buy some time, and he has another force field ready. So with no, there's no mothership core here. Oh, an observer's coming here for puCK. Oh,
Did he
man.
just photon? Yeah, I guess preventatively. He was at max energy on his mothership core, so he just kind of photon overcharged.
Just for
Yeah,
Alright.
just because I guess to let it build back up.
But he's going to be
Figured
focusing on Blink Micro soon, probably. So it's almost like, oh my God, puCK! Oh,
Yeah,
he doesn't know about the observer. Did not know at all. Oh my God, he could have killed it.
It's a little weird 2 zealot, 2 stalker skirmish going on in the middle of the map.
Yeah, that's a little bit more
That
important, I guess.
that favors the stalkers.
Yeah, especially
I'll
since they
say.
do have the blink.
Okay, here come two oracles in the middle
Oh!
line, trying to get a lot done. 7 kills there, 8 kills, 9, 10, and then they do fall there. That was pretty darn decisive. Schloopy now down to 20 probes compared to Minigun's 31. Once again, because they're dead, they become Schloopy's probes instead of pucks.
Yeah.
That's the way. That's the way it is. Yeah.
That's actually
Still
really good.
Yeah.
It would have been, of course, better if he was able to hold his natural.
Yeah.
But the 31 probes are going to come into play when the Nexus does finish, but it hasn't even been mid for Minigun yet.
Counter shove here. He's going to try and save this instead of canceling. May do okay. He is a little bit outnumbered at this point, but the blink up into the main.
Oh my god, this is a ballsy play here.
Yeah, this is.
Does have enough for overcharge, but
I think Minigun may lose a whole lot here. Does recall the whole army back home, and he won't end up getting the Nexus.
no. And now puCK is holding really nicely. His army supply lead 47 to 33, and now he's down to Nexus. He just now started it, but that immortal count,
Yeah.
very important.
It's definitely
here.
getting up there. Yeah, 3 up there. The immortal count, but the stalker count is 21 to 3.
Yeah.
So there's a point at which that's not as big an issue. Oh, no high ground vision here, though. If there was, he could have just literally blinked on top of all that.
Mm-hmm.
And there's still actually a threat of it here. He
Oh my
doesn't
God.
really want to bring onto the Zealots, but goes right after the Immortals, one of them staying alive a little bit too long. But this could be just overwhelming by puCK.
Yeah.
And
This is
yeah,
enough for
just
full total overcharge,
resets that
but
account.
it got killed. Did the Mothership Core get sniped there?
Yeah.
Oh no! Now there's no way. An immortal is just now getting into production. It's about halfway done. That stalker count is looking pretty scary. Yeah, they're a little bit low, but they do have the blink upgrade. Both players do have blink though, and this is it
puCK
for
could be
Minigun if he
looking
doesn't
to
hold.
close this out. Zealots trying to come in. There's just not enough of them to do that damage. Everything going in puCK's favor.
GG is gonna be